Once a quarter, I give my clients at Solomon Wealth Management a little talk, a little insight into the industry. I give them highlights of what they should and could be investing in, show them the potential that's out there, and basically give them market commentary on what's been happening and what's expected to happen in the coming 3 to 6 months in terms of their investments and basically where the opportunities lie. And it's an exclusive event just for clients and Wealth Insiders. Wealth Insiders is our private members area. If you're new to the Wealth Nation podcast, but today's episode of the Wealth Nation podcast, we're taking a look into a little snippet in which I described the shift in power that's happening in the world and the opportunities that lie for you as a South African investor. And before I give you a snippet on Investor Talk, I want to share with you that I'm going to be in Sandton this week on the 19th of November 2022. It's going to be a live event that I'm hosting, some very close group retirement training where I'm training you on the retirement landscape, what your opportunities are, why not all of your retirement solutions should be in paper assets. And if you want to join me for that, you can get tickets on our website. It's www.financiallyfabulousfemales.com and get yourself tickets. Tickets are 300 Rand, and we also have a besties package as well, where you can bring your bestie along with you, and you'll get a discounted price on the second ticket. So check out our website for that. And here is that snippet from Investor Talk.
So, who do you see over there? Well, whether you like basketball or not, you know that that big guy is Shaquille O'Neal from the Los Angeles Lakers. Been featured in a couple of movies, big part of popular culture, rap culture, and all of that in the United States. Next to him is what seems to be a midget. He's slightly taller than me, but that gives you an indication of how big Shaq really is. That little guy there is Ranveer Singh. Oh, Mr. Deepika Padukone. Okay. So Ranveer has been playing a very, very important role in the National Basketball League. He was recently appointed ambassador for the NBA last year, and he's seen dancing here with Shaquille O'Neal. His viral video went viral last month. But why would the NBA appoint a skinny Indian guy in a sport dominated by really tall, muscular men? And clearly, Indians are not a people that have that kind of physique to play this game. Doesn't make sense. Well, recently the NBA topped the $10 billion revenue for the first time ever this year. And its biggest competitor, the NFL, is far ahead from the NBA at the time. But the success of this league is based on one thing, and that is viewership. It recorded 96.4 million viewers watched the Super Bowl in the United States, and around 59 million people watched the NBA Finals in 2021. But when Ranveer joined the NBA as an endorser or an ambassador, he exposed 70 million of his followers on social media about the NBA. In fact, even Mr. Beast, he is one of the biggest YouTube content creators. He said in a recent interview that it would be stupid for any brand not to focus on India. The NBA has their own Twitter handle for India. They have an NBA Academy in India, and they even play preseason games in India. Okay, and all of this happens is because of that middle class market. Okay, that ever growing middle class market, and it's the same with China. It's just focused on India because I'm brown, but the same kind of patterns are being seen in Malaysia, in Korea, in Taiwan, in Vietnam, in China, as I have explained with India. And the power of this sort of branding with sports, there's a lot of money in it. And particularly, I mean, if you follow cricket, you know this already. In 2009, a year after the franchise owned cricket league launched the IPL, massive revenue. The IPL at that time was valued at around $67 million. All right. Recently, IPL has expanded. They've got about 10 clubs now. And the average value of each of those clubs is around $1 billion with an annualized growth rate of 24%. And it's the middle class that's feeding that. It's the middle class that are going to games. It's the middle class that are doing the betting. It's the middle class that are buying the branded shirts, the caps, the collector cards, the dolls, the digital gaming. It's the middle class that is doing all of that. By contrast, over the past 13 years, the growth rate has been 10% for NFL teams and 16% for NBA teams. The IPL is the most valuable franchise. Just the IPL alone, not the teams, is around 1.3 billion. The Mumbai Indians are worth more than six Major League Baseball teams, 27 National Hockey League teams, and every single Major League Soccer teams in the United States. That is insane. That is really insane. That's an insane amount of money. And that's just reflective, again, of the power of the middle class. And South Africa has recognized this. In January, we see the rise of SA20. And what happened there is a launch of a cricket league, which were all bought up by the Indian IPL franchises, and they're streaming into South Africa. Now, this is nothing new because we see other franchise teams in the Caribbean Cricket League. Shah Rukh Khan owns Trinbago Knight Riders. Now I think he is with one of the local teams here. So we've seen an extension of that brand into South Africa, and it is very lucrative. So this is actually KSA's third attempt to start a sustainable franchise-based T20 league after the Global League. T20 failed to take off in 2007. The Mzansi Super League scrapped because if broadcast rights could not be sold for 3 years. The new T20 league is set to be a top priority for KSA. Shook the cricket world last week by deciding to forfeit a three-match one-day international series in Australia and risk South Africa's direct qualification for the 2023 World Cup to make space in the calendar for this tournament. That's how much money is involved here. And after this week's performance, I can understand why they're willing to take that risk. Okay, but the major win for KSA has been that an Indian broadcaster has bought up the rights, and this is where the money is in for this league to be broadcast in on Indian screens, because it's once Indian eyes are on watching anything that they will buy. Okay, so they also happen to share in the ownership of the teams. They're responsible for a major chunk of the broadcasting and streaming deal by the IPL. So the broadcaster of the IPL, or the SA20, is also the owner of Mumbai Indians, and that company is called Viacom 18. And they also own a part of the league. It's going on. You can see how the money is just recycling here, right? And it's insane amounts of money, all happening with Reliance Industries, the Ambanis, Mumbai Indians, and it's a whole bunch of money just circling around. And finally, South Africa is getting a cut. I hope the politics doesn't mess it up, because they've signed $100 million US deal for a 10-year period, and it's actually combined with the international teams to be broadcast in India on the international circuit with Viacom 18. Yeah, so it's going to be exciting. The middle class is growing in India, and I want you to recognize it. I want you to take advantage of it. And we have a lot of these kind of investments. Now, I don't have investments into Mumbai Indians to offer you, but I want you to be able to recognize the opportunity that you need emerging market exposure in your portfolios, in your retirement, for your children's investments. If you're at the stage of grandchildren or getting grandchildren, they need to have exposure to the E7 emerging markets. The JSE is shrinking. 30 years ago, there were around 776 companies. Today, slightly above 300. It's not a good space to be in. We're 1% of the global growth, of the global economics in the world. You don't want all of your money exposed here, especially with the shrinking JSE. You want to get a piece of the E7, and I'm happy to plan for you, to get it for you in the most tax efficient, low cost manager, low cost fee way possible. So if you're ready for that, reach out and we can chat. Have a good one. Thanks for joining me.
All right, so a lot of other exciting stuff I shared with my clients. And remember, if this is something that you want for yourself, um, ideally it's something that your financial advisor should be doing with you. But if it's something that you want for yourself, when you become a client of Solomon Wealth, and when I am your financial advisor, you get access to things like this, like Investor Talk. You get access to Wealth Insiders, which is our private members area where I have exclusive training, and I invite some very exciting people to give you guys some exclusive training as well. All of those videos online. There's downloadable templates, ebooks, tons of stuff, and that's Wealth Insiders. If you want to join me as a client of Solomon Wealth, you can go to our website. It's www.solomonwealth.co.za and reach out, book an appointment, and we can chat one-on-one on how you can become a Solomon Wealth client.